Let me show you this picture that's about to come up on the screen. Okay, watch. Let me show you this picture that's about to come up on the screen of something else that should cause awe and wonder. So behind me right now is the picture of a real picture of an unborn baby. And notice when we see this, this doesn't cause awe and wonder for a lot of us. But it took more of God's creative work to create this baby than a mountain range. It took more of God's creative genius to fashion that baby than an ocean. It took more of God's creative genius to fashion that baby in the womb than the clouds, than the expanse. It took God's intricate genius to sew and stitch together every single part of a baby in a womb. From the birth, from the time of conception until the time it has hands and arms and legs and a heartbeat, bone structure and veins, atoms and neurons, body parts, heartbeat, fingers and toes, personality, a conscience, a C-O-N science, a with knowledge that God exists on the inside of the life. That the process of the development, the development of a child is so intricate and so complex that it baffles science. It baffles modern science how babies are formed in the womb, how they could be in there living in amniotic fluid, water running through the body but not choking on that fluid, how lungs don't turn on until that fluid is burst, how God can cause a human being to form inside of another human being and come out looking like another human being with personhood and personality and opinions and thoughts, and can see and hear and touch and smell and taste. That when I stare at this baby in the womb and that is connected to the mother through a sac, this, my brothers and sisters, when we sit down and think about what it takes to create one, should stir in the heart of the believer a real sense of awe and wonder that God can actually create human beings in this kind of form or fashion. That only one time he pulled a man from the dirt, and that every single one of us had to come through the womb of a woman. And when I stare at this should create in my heart and in your heart more wonder than anything other that God has created in this universe. Why? The mountain range does not bear the image of God. The clouds do not bear the image of God. The ocean does not bear the image of God. My 3 dogs does not bear the image of God. There's only one thing God has ever created that bears his image in its face. There's only one thing walking the earth that has in it the imago Dei in its face. And so when we think about this is the only thing God has ever created that is a copy of his image and his likeness, hands like God, feet like God, personhood like God, a head like God. I should stare at it, and it should stir in my heart this great sense of awe and wonder that in the fingerprints of every single baby, I see the image of God. So distinct as every single one, we don't even have the same fingerprint. That the cops don't have to make a mistake, because God in his intricate woven of your body makes sure that nobody can be just like you. Baby, you are an original. One of a kind. There's no Xerox machines in heaven. Why? It's a waste of time to try to be someone else. For when you spend all your life trying to be someone else, you rob the world of the intricate investment, the unique investment you were supposed to contribute to this world. I don't got time to be like somebody else. I'm trying to be the best Philip Anthony Mitchell I can be. And when you spend your life trying to be someone else, let me say this again, you rob the world of the investment you were supposed to make.